Tonight, the moon is the biggest and brightest of the whole year.
It's called the wolf moon, and tonight it looks almost 30 times larger than normal. That's because the moon, Eric says, no, not 30 times. Okay, well, picture this. If you were really small and really close to the moon, it might look 30 times bigger than normal. But Eric, if nothing else, it does look very full.
Woo, 30 times bigger. That'd be like, hello, good evening, everybody. It's like Bruce Almighty just pulling it on down.
Percent, I'm being told.
Larger. Percent
That's
definitely be the way to go. Yeah, it's a supermoon, meaning it's close in its orbit, and it appears much brighter than it normally would if it was a little farther away in its orbit, and providing some large tides as well. And that's going to become part of our story for Thursday as we track a storm heading in our direction. All right, let's wrap up December a little bit now that we've moved the page to January. Finished 4 degrees below average. On a monthly scale, not really notable. 39th coldest December on record in Boston. However, the last week, extremely notable. This has been as cold as it can possibly get this time of the year. Our snowfall was about average, and we got a white Christmas out of all of it. That snow on Christmas morning. So when we talk about a cold stretch, we're talking bottom of the basement. How cold can it be in the Boston area? In 1918, we had 7 straight days where we stayed below 20. And it was a little colder than this stretch, but not by much. This has been about as chilly as you will ever see. Yeah, anytime in winter, not just December, early January, any of the months. So this has been exceptional cold. Right now, we're looking at mainly single digits. Cold across all the northern states and all the way down toward the Gulf Coast. The warmer air has been across the southwest, and there it shall remain for much of this week. One thing about Arctic air, it's cleared everything out. No major storm systems for now. We won't be tracking anything until Thursday. But we are talking about the cold still. Wind chill advisories up northern Worcester County, western Mass. At times, wind chill down to 15 below zero overnight tonight. Actual air temps, a few degrees below zero to a few above. Some of the coldest spots will bottom out near about 10 below zero overnight tonight. Unreal. Tomorrow morning, we've got sunshine after that very cold starts. Not as windy as today. We'll still have a breeze out there, but it might feel a little more comfortable. Less wind, few degrees warmer than today. It's all relative. And our sunset at 4:23. You might have noticed a little more light at the end of the day than there was just a few weeks ago. So high temperatures tomorrow, 18 in Rockport and Boston, 20 in Hyannis, 14 in Worcester. Not record territory, but quite cold. Wednesday will be the most comfortable day of this week. Even toward the Cape and the islands, we might actually see some temps at the freezing mark. Imagine that. But as we head toward Thursday, we're watching a coastal storm. This is going to be a pretty strong one. Its track is quite a bit offshore compared to the traditional big snowstorms that we would see in New England. That being said, strong enough, we should still see some snow build back across New England, some strong winds, and then another shot of really cold air is going to move in behind it. So I think we've got a pretty good chance of plowable snow from Worcester eastbound. We'll add some numbers to this either late tonight or early tomorrow morning as some more data comes in. It becomes more clear where that line's going to be. Lighter snowfall for interior parts of New England. But I think the biggest story is going to be about the wind, the cold, and the waves. Wave heights will be building Thursday evening into Thursday night. Some very rough surf that will create some freezing spray as the winds really increase out of the north as we head into Thursday afternoon and evening. Your strongest winds will be toward Cape Cod and the islands. And because that full moon that we just looked at, we're talking about the tides already running high. And so Thursday into Friday, we could see some minor to moderate coastal flooding. I'd also keep an eye on the ice chunks that have developed across Cape Cod Bay. Some of those could be driven ashore and cause some damage. Something we'll have to monitor as we head into that Thursday storm. Really cold stuff for Friday and Saturday, lingering into Sunday morning. There is a little hope in sight. 30s a week from today. We can make it. At least it's on the 7th.
First time in what, a week and a half, 2 weeks there?
Last time above freezing, Christmas Day.
Wow.